very good afternoon to all my dear students. My name is Introductory and I'm going to be teaching your subject, that is tourism product, for this semester. So I welcome all my dear students to the very renowned University of Guwahati, that is Assam Downtown University, and it's a privilege for me to be a part and I'm able to get this subject to teach you, so I feel honored to be a part of this university. So before getting started, I would like to highlight on the subject, that is tourism product. So what this tourism product actually means. Tourism, by the word tourism, everybody is aware of that tourism refers to travel. A travel to various unexplored or hidden destinations in search of peace, solace, tranquility, right? Or be it for any other purpose other than for work involvement. So tourism products generally refers to those tangible or intangible assets, okay? Be it culturally, the man-made or the artificial resources, as well as the natural resources. The hills, mountains, plateaus, all these form a part of the tourism product. Okay, so let's get started accordingly. Let me first talk about what do you mean by the word called tourism. Tourism is a very renowned word, isn't it? It's a very common word. Everybody have heard about it. What is a tourism? Isn't it? So tourism refers to all the wildlife sanctuaries, okay, be it the national parks, be it the various tradition. When we talk about tradition and culture, as well as various destinations, all this forms a part of tourism. So tourists are basically those who are traveling from their own destinations to another destinations in search of solace. They want to travel from their own home to another to rest for a while, be it for leisure or be it for pleasure purpose, right? So that's the reason they want to travel to different far off places. They want to get rid from the hectic schedule of their day-to-day life or day-to-day routine. So that is why tourists are generally referred to people who are traveling from their own destinations to another destinations, be it any other place, without being involved in any kind of social activity or work, where no payment procedure is being done at all. And for a tourist to take place, he or she has to stay for at least a minimum of 24 hours, that is one day, and it shouldn't be less than 24 hours. So this is the total definition of a tourist. For example, if I want to travel and explore, suppose I want to travel to Australia, okay? So I am going to cross the boundaries of my nation and I am going to travel to a far off destination, right? That is Australia, so I'll be known as a tourist. But I have to spend there minimum one day. Obviously, when I'm going to such a far off destination, I will be spending at least a minimum of a week, right? So I'll be known as an international tourist. A person who tries to travel from one's own destination to another destination, crossing the boundaries of a nation, is known as an international tourist. Domestic tourism refers to a person who travels, okay, to different states without crossing the boundaries of a nation. For example, if I happen to travel to Kolkata, okay, I will be known as a domestic tourism. Why? Because I'm not trying to cross the boundaries of a nation. So I will be known as a domestic tourist. Next, we'll talk about inbound tourist. Inbound is the international travelers who are traveling from their own places and they are reaching other countries. For example, an American visiting India for be it any purpose. So those will be known as inbound, means those who are coming from outside and coming to a country. And the same with the outbound tourist, hence vice versa. That is when we Indians are traveling to far off destination, be it anywhere, any different parts of the world. So we will be called as an outbound tourist. So these are the various terminologies or terms associated with the word tourist. So I hope you're very well clear about the various types of tourists and what does tourism actually means, right? So let's get ahead with the different types and forms of tourism. When we talk about the different types and forms of tourism, we have religious tourism, we have winter tourism, we have mass tourism, then we have beach tourism, adventure tourism, hill tourism, etc. etc. So far, if we talk about, there are enormous forms and types of tourism. But I would like to talk in particular about a specified form of tourism which is very new. It's in fact a very recent one. That is geotourism. So obviously I am very sure you must be eager to know about what does geotourism actually means. And it's a very important word related to tourism. So geotourism is basically sustaining and enhancing the geographical character of a particular destination. So that is, we are trying to improve our destination by attracting more of tourists, keeping it more hygiene, right? And we are trying to involve more of promotion through our local products, and we are involving local people, okay, to enhance the sustainability of the entire destination. So this particular geotourism has become one of the very recent popular terms in the dictionary of tourism. Okay, it involves improving the geographical structure of a destination, okay, be it culturally or improving its sustainability, etc. Right? Okay, now next we'll talk about what does the elements of tourism or the components of tourism means. The elements or the components are the same thing. We have 5 A's of tourism, that is attraction, accommodation, accessibility, ancillary services, as well as activities. Okay, these are the 5 basic elements or 5 A's you can see, or even it is known as the components of tourism, without which the life of tourism is nothing. These are the basic pillars which leads to the foundation of a tourism world. The tourism world consists of all these 5 elements. For example, if I am said to be a tourist, I have to travel to a particular destination. That will be my attraction, that is attraction to a particular destination. When I'm happening to travel to the particular destination, so for traveling purpose, that is accessibility. I will have to travel by any vehicle to reach this destination. Next, I need a shelter, accommodation for myself to fit in that particular place as well as to stay. For that purpose, I am going to use the word known as accommodation, that is my place of stay, right, for my survival. Next, activities. What are the kind of activities I'm going to engage myself into it so that I don't get bored, I don't get lethargic into it. Okay, so it may be any kind of activities, fun-filled activities that I would like to get involved myself into it, right? So next we'll talk about the ancillary services. Ancillary services refers to all those services without which a tourism is said to be incomplete. These are the basic services. It may be the water supply, the electricity, okay, all this kind of healthcare facilities are very important for any place. Sanitation facilities, that is a basic one, right? So all these are very crucial for any place in order to attract huge lot of tourists within a very short span of time. Okay, so I hope you're very much clear with all the terminologies related to tourism. I hope you are liking and finding it quite interesting, and further again in the more upcoming videos I will highlight on the different categories of tourism. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you're able to understand what I am trying to talk about and explain about the different terms or sectors related to tourism. Thank you so much.